your name? I didn't know that.
Babita.
Babita, I'm Andrew. This
Hi.
is Marlena, come in.
Thank you.
And as I say, I've never...
Hello.
Can I ask if you're recording?
Yeah.
You need
Can
to
I?
ask permission.
Okay, can I?
No.
Okay.
Okay, where do we start?
Yeah, so
Oh, before you start, because obviously you come into our home, Babina.
Babita.
Babita, sorry, I do apologise. I'm Andrew. This is Marlena.
Hello.
Our two children are at school at the moment.
Okay.
You've never met them before. I'm not usually like this with anyone but your sons, and the reason I felt uncomfortable is because we've lived here for 2 years, and what we've been through in regards to your son's behaviour towards
Can
us.
we just get
No,
on
you're
with
in
this,
our
please,
home.
yeah?
You're in our home. So if you wanted to be invited,
It is my son's house, in Lanlords,
well,
he's the
we-
landlord.
yeah, but we are tenants, so we have a right. So we're not nothing.
We would
okay?
like to get on with it, please, Andrew, if you don't mind.
Yeah, but you've come to our home.
I know, but
So
we
if
have
you
just
come-
come for all this work.
I
Now,
understand.
it's not like we have come for tea and coffee here, if you don't mind as well.
No, but
Will you be offering me tea and
no,
coffee?
absolutely. If
Thank
want
you then,
want a cup
yeah.
of tea and coffee. I don't understand why you think a young family with 2 children are in a position where you have to be not nice to us. All we've done, we've always paid our rent. We've paid it in advance. We've always made sure that we maintained the property. How you can have a problem with a young family? Look, these are my 2 sons. Look, that's my 2 sons.
Gorgeous.
You want to see them?
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Yeah, do you think they're really scary and horrible people?
No, they're gorgeous.
Right, so could
kids
you
are
please-
kids. Kids
Yeah.
are, kids universally
Okay.
are adorable.
Okay,
yeah?
so from
Yeah.
I actually was
Kids are
going to
kids. Kids
I
have
actually-
nothing to do with it.
I actually was going to write to you, and the reason I was going to write to you is that I could never imagine somebody would allow, particularly the mother of these 2 boys, would allow this conduct to go on. I thought
Andrew,
you'd be
you're-
able to help
If
us.
you please, Andrew, look, obviously it was meant for only 6 months. It's over 3 years.
No, that wasn't.
We are
No, that
suffering.
wasn't. No, it
was
wasn't.
only 6 months.
It wasn't.
It was especially
It wasn't.
towards to heart that
Do
is
you know
6
the-
months.
Do you know the
But
first
okay, 1
conversation
year,
your son
after
had
1
with me?
year,
Do you know the first
after-
conversation your son
Andrew,
had
look,
with
we
me?
will be. Please, just use the bathroom, please.
You think this?
Would
When you
you-
think about these 2
Thank
children,
you.
by the way.
Now,
Would you like to open the shower?
sorry, Gary, if you could just please.
Sorry, Gary. As I say, we conduct ourselves appropriately.
Thank
but
you.
I'm not somebody that doesn't make their point.
Thank you.
Enough's enough. And I don't think that your son's appearance today was one of being constructive, because this is 2 years for the same problem. 2 years where I'm having to
We are trying
have
to
my
find that
children.
so that the work gets done properly,
2
thoroughly,
years.
according to.
That's 2 years we've been waiting. So
2 years because it was before the result.
no, 2 years we've been waiting. So, as I say, it's really inappropriate. We're happy to receive the workers, but this would be the 6th time that work was meant to have been done and not done. So, do you think that's appropriate?
He's tried to use the shower in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes, because obviously that's.
Before I moved in, I said I need this work done. Before. I was assured
No.
before I moved in.
According to
Well, you'll say-
they were said you was happy to have in the same condition. Everything was right. When you said we are happy with it,
No.
and you moved in
That's not what I said at all.
because my son's house.
It's
Yeah.
actually, as a tenant, you can't keep saying it's your son's house, because we're the ones that looked after your house. We're the ones that are more concerned about your son's investment rather than him. You know, if you are a mother, you have had children. My children have had chilblains in their feet. I have to put 6 blankets on them at night. We had in the winter time. We have to sit there and get in the same bed together.
It's the building. It's the building.
Your son knew about all this.
It's the building. It's
Your
not,
son
we
knew
really
about-
know. If we had known that this building is so much problem, he probably hadn't bought it.
Well, I believe you know what the court's going to decide, and I would
Okay,
say that
that's fine.
the reason,
Well,
I'm speaking,
yeah.
the reason I'm speaking to you now is because I wanted to have a human conversation with you and make you understand we're not animals. We're not trying to. We just wanted to come here and reside and be peaceful. We've never done anything wrong to your sons. We've paid our rent on time and we've been acted appropriately. We've done nothing
I
wrong.
think as humans, we all have different understanding of different
Well,
situations.
the court will decide, and it's clear. Yeah, so the water then pierces through here. There's leaks on the ceiling here. The water comes from here as well. The floor is sunken and rotten. Through the bedroom area as well, from the back of the bed, that's all rotten and been condemned. Up here, there's the fuse box, all the drips come from there as well. and obviously the hole's a big danger because we've had to put stuff in front of it because the hot pipes and everything. But this mould here we clean nearly every day, so the mould comes in.
You know, to be honest with you, this house, this flat, it was actually, to be honest with you, we bought the kitchen, everything. It was actually going to be renovated 100% thoroughly. And my son, he said, Mom, it's only for 6 months. Andrew wants, he knows the terms and conditions, because it was while we were getting everything together for the renovation, all of it, he said it's only 6 months. Andrew knows very well. He seems like a very gentleman, and he promises that it's the 6 months. He knows the condition
That's
of the
a lie.
house.
So can I say something, madam? Can I say something, madam? I'm not.
1 year. 1 year, after 1 year, the lease does expire.
No, it doesn't. It's
It
a
does.
it's a
You know, it
minimum
was a 1
contract.
year.
I used to write the contracts, the minimum terms. It's a rolling contract thereafter. So what I would say to you is, all I'm saying,
and
you
I
don't
said
have
to him, I
to.
said, are you sure? Why would you like to let it go for 4 months? At least after 4 months, whole the renovation will start. And he goes, Mom, it's okay. You know, people need it for 6 months short-term period as well.
That's absolutely
And, you know,
fine, but that's not what we said at all.
and then this is what Hart has been conveyed to, that look, it was only 6 months, and it's written in the emails that it's 6 months. It
It's
was
not.
no more than
It's
that,
not
6
that.
months.
It's not.
But
that.
we wouldn't be moving.
No,
with
but it's
children
not.
and
It's just not. And the
changing
reason I
schools
spoke to you about it
for
because
6
I just thought that you could have an
You know,
influence.
it was for 6 months. It was completely,
It's-
because this flat was going to be renovated. We got kitchen sitting, which were
I know the person who did your quotes for the work.
Yeah, so we have got all the, you know, we
But
bought
the reason
everything
I'm
because
having
we
the
paid him the money up front
The
for
reason
it.
I'm having the
And
conversation.
then we got now,
Madam.
you know, the kitchen sitting from last 2 years in our,
Madam,
and we paying
I know you don't
the
want to
storage
believe.
place.
I know you don't want to believe this, but you've been misinformed by your sons. They haven't acted appropriately, and I know you don't want to hear that, but they have caused us hell. And I had
But
no.
if it's so much hell, then why would you want to be here? If it's such a
It's
problem,
not
listen,
want
you know.
to be here. Do you not understand that we have 2 children in school locally? We don't have any
But the
money.
schools are
Our
not
business
paying.
collapsed.
So
we
is
don't.
ours. Our business is completely collapsed. We are in a bad situation as well.
Of course, and
Yeah,
Forbes
is
will
it-
recognise that.
COVID,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. You know, Forbes is an achievement which you shouldn't resent them
I
for.
don't resent it, but do not paint yourself out to be
But we
in
are.
destitute when we are in destitute, when we've had to have
But this is
food
a private
vouchers.
house,
So don't
Andrew.
tell us about.
No, Andrew, this is a private house. This is not a social house.
What do you mean it's not a social house?
No,
we
this is-
pay rent.
No, you do pay rent. Of course you do pay
Yeah.
rent. Nobody's denying
Our
that.
circumstances
But I'm saying that
happened
you're
once
saying that
from
you want
within.
to the office, schools and all that. I absolutely get it as a mother, but schools are everywhere as well.
Are they? Well, they just put them
But would you
anywhere.
move your children every 6
No,
months?
but darling, no, right, listen,
Marina,
listen.
Marina, is it?
Marlene.
Marlene, look, nobody wants to uproot, nobody wants to, but then if you don't want to uproot,
It's
you
not
got
want.
to-
You keep saying want. There are restrictions. If you don't have the money and you don't want to put your children just anywhere where you're happy to say we should, then you have to make a choice what's
No,
best
but
for your
then-
family.
no.
And what was happened consistently with our relationship with your sons, which for our point of view have done all our responsibility is to maintain that we pay their rent and we keep the property as is. Yes? We fulfilled that requirement.
But then it was only 1 year contract, Andrew.
It was not a one. Why do you keep
It's
perpetuating that?
it
It's
was
not.
actually 6 months break, yeah, and with 1 year lease. With
No, that's
6 months break.
I've got to give you a bit more experience. I spent 15 years in property.
No, you're a very intelligent guy.
No, no, in
do know
property.
that.
I wrote
do
these
know that.
contracts.
Then you- look,
I wrote
you-
these contracts.
You are very smart and intelligent. There's no doubt about it.
I just want to be
Yeah?
treated. I don't have to. I even said to your
Look,
what did I say
we-
to your sons last 2 years?
Look-
No, a year ago. Let us leave. Give us 1 month free so I can
No,
get a
it was
deposit.
3 months, yeah.
No, second time I said 1 month as well. So they've had those
I don't
offers.
know. I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
So
one.
you've
I
been
can- I will
misinformed
confirm.
by your sons.
It was 3 months, yeah.
You bit no, that was
Because
the
we were
first one.
ourselves in a, you know, sometimes things looks very rosy from outside, but unless you are in that position, you only, because you just say that it's Forbes. But
The reason I said
things
that
have
is
collapsed. Things are in very bad situation right now for us as well as in the family. But we are, if you are ready to work, okay, forget about my kids. Look, they are still young. If you are very intelligent, smart, and I'm sure very compassionate person as well. I know, but if you think that we can still, you can just work along with me and my husband.
No, that's
That's
gone.
fine.
That's
Okay,
gone too far.
then obviously then.
No, that's gone too far. People need to be held
Okay.
to account for what they've
Okay,
done.
that's
And as I
fine.
say, you've not
Okay,
lived
that's
our
fine.
you've not lived
Okay,
our life.
look, Andrew. Then there's laws for
Okay,
it. Yeah.
okay.
Because if I said, look, I can right now with this, after discussion with my husband, because you probably won't, I have been having not me, but I have had a lot of conversation with solicitors. They are saying that your solicitors probably will benefit 1,000 times more than you. So if you still want to get,
No, there's no appropriate. You cannot be doing that.
Okay,
That's
no,
the one
that's
thing. Do
fine.
not
Okay.
make any legal.
No, that's fine.
I don't want to.
That's fine.
The reason I
Okay.
wanted to
No,
talk
because
to you
you're- yes,
is because
no,
you're
that's fine.
you've
Okay.
been a mother,
Okay.
and I'm just saying having empathy,
Yeah.
because when I speak into you, if you look. You
No,
please
look
have a
at
look
what-
at all the email conversations I've had with your sons and see if you're proud of with the way they've acted towards us,
Look,
the way they talk down to us.
I have raised them nicely. I wouldn't like to.
I'm not saying your job. That's what I'm saying is
Yeah,
they've
I
let you
have raised
down.
them nicely.
They've let you down.
No, I don't. Look, to be honest, it works both ways as well.
I don't think so. I think
Slap doesn't happen with just one hand. Slap happens with both hands. So you got to understand that. Look, there's got to be something to. If I entice you or instigate or insinuate, then everyone is human being. So if
I don't think-
if I say something wrong, you will get provoked. You are a
I will
human
not get
being,
provoked
right?
at all.
No, but we all will. Eventually, if you pushed far enough,
Believe
we
you
all as a
me,
human being
believe you me,
will
as a
get
man,
provoked.
the harm that's come to my children, if a man did that to me, there would be, and I keep myself in the condition that I see fit that's beneficial to my family. And I was going to write to you in the hope that you would be able to have an influence so my children wouldn't be freezing at night. And I honestly, you can ask my solicitor. I said, I want to write to you. I tried to see if they would be able to have some account. Your boys have acted towards us in an outrageous way for whatever reason, and I do not put that at your door. And the reason I was writing to you because I thought it cannot be the case that you would accept their behaviour. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll leave it at that.
Behavior either side is never acceptable. We all.
We've done nothing wrong. We've done nothing wrong but pay our rent.
But this is your.
When you had in a parking area, prostitution, car smashing.
How can you blame that for us on my sons? Prostitution or.
I'll tell you why. Because the reason they were getting in is because of the lack of security of the building, which your son was doing nothing about.
But it's a building. It's a leasehold
But
building.
he wasn't. Yes, absolutely. But it's up to the
It's
leaseholders to hold them to account.
This is why they take in the leasehold. We have realized that leaseholds are a problematic because they take forever to do things.
And the
This is not in our hands, it was in somebody else's hand.
previous tenants here, yes, we've been in touch with, and we know, and we have witness statements from them that the exact same situation. We came in here, everyone's stuff was still in here, no washing machine, no oven, not for a month and a half. We had to go to laundrettes.
You said everything was fine.
No. How am I supposed to know if a washing machine
No, you
works
said
until
it
I
was-
use it? How am I supposed to
My
know?
son replaced the washing machine. He replaced
month and
the
a half
Washing machine
later.
was full of water when we moved in.
A month and a half later,
So it
and the
indicates
previous
it's wrong.
tenants, we've got emails from the previous tenants saying the condition of those
But
things. So
one thing I would say, if I was in your shoes and I hated the place so much, I would. It's
You know what,
still
it's
not
not-
permanent house of yours.
it's not.
It's still like just a
Hang on,
tenanted
hang on,
house.
darling,
It's still a tenanted
would you like
house.
a drink? Can I make you a drink?
I'll just have a water.
A water? Could you get a water, please? I will end the conversation here because all I was trying to do was not have a legal conversation, but just have a human conversation. I wanted to apologise for I don't believe in confrontations. I don't want to put you in a position where you felt uncomfortable.
But obviously we have been in problem. It's 3 years of mental stress on us as well. It's been here 3 years.
I'm
and it was
afraid.
all-
to
and
be
especially I said
honest,
to my son, don't rent it because it's only
To
3
be
or
honest,
months.
I don't-
And he said, Mom, Andrew seems very nice guy. He understands the thing that it is for 4 months to 6 months. I said, who takes it for 6 months? He says, there are lots of people who takes it for 6 months. I said, is it in the lease that it is? Thank you.
You're welcome.
my apologies for trying to seem like I'm cornering you, but you come into our home and I felt it. Just wanted to say the piece. I won't say any more because I know poor Gary over there is just trying to do his job.
Thank you.
Let me take that for you.
Thank you so much.
I didn't want to put you in that
Do
position,
you
so
want water or anything?
No, I'm good, thank you.
sorry, Gary. Sorry,
Be
Gary,
careful
when
what
I
you take.
I do apologise, but you've come
No,
into a
it's
very
all right.
sensitive situation, and I don't mean to. In normal circumstances, we'd welcome you with a nice cup of coffee and let you get on with your work like that. So I won't stress you anymore.
Thank you so much.
I do apologise.
I wish you all the best as well.
Yeah.
Look, to be honest with you, we are all in a bad situation today, but this doesn't last forever as
Okay.
well. Things do get better, they do move on.
Yeah.
That's what I tell all myself and anyone I meet as well.
We believe in that as
you
well.
know,
We believe in
and
that.
I believe in lottery and karma as well. If my son and myself have done bad, it bites us in the back. If you have done it, it bites you in
Well,
the
I've
back.
never met
yeah?
you before, and
Yeah,
I'd like to
but
believe.
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So
That,
that's
you know,
why.
this is what I believe in because we are Hindus. We believe in karma. We say what goes around comes around,
Yeah.
and we do believe in that. Look, if no bad situation lasts forever, you know, hope you will find a nice house, 1,000 times better than this, where you will be absolutely very, very happy as well.
Thank you very
And
much.
your kids are very, very happy,
Thank
and
you
they
very
are
much.
not, you know, all of you are in a happy situation because obviously no situation,
Of course.
even after like 100 years, things do pass. You know, bad situation do pass. That's what I always, and this is what the focus I carry.
It's a
with me.
journey, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a
Sometimes
journey.
you hit
Yeah,
walls.
sometimes
and
you
stuff.
hit brick walls, you know, but eventually those brick walls do collapse as
Thank
well.
you very
know?
much for that. We
So,
appreciate your
yeah,
comments.
so you will, you know,
We just want to
this
be able
house
to.
hasn't been up to your expectations, this flat hasn't been up to you, but pray God, I pray, sincerely I wish that you find the next one which you are very, very happy in and your kids grow up to be, you know, but
That's very kind.
to
of you.
make sure that, you know, that you have a long term and you do let them know that you are here for long
Well, I'd
term.
make one suggestion. If there was any face of the business, then I suggest it be you, because if the way you're speaking was from the outset, we may be in a very different place right now.
Yeah.
So
Look, this is in hindsight, everything is nice.
Yeah.
You know, if we could all go back in time, you know, and in hindsight, we would a lot of things, millions of things we will not do in our life. We'll say we'll do. Wish we had done it differently. But all is so, you know. But that's human. We are humans only. We are not. We haven't got no magic mirror to see things through that wish. You know. And so would you, isn't it? So many million things you would probably do
but
differently as well.
I would also take the lessons, and my hope is, and I've made this clear to your sons, my hope is that there isn't any other tenants that are going through the same thing, and that they, whether it's through the court holding them to account or just the fact that you may hold them to account, that they do things a different way, because the impact of their decisions thus far has been horrific to us. And I know that you don't live it day to day, but from our point of view, you know, without putting all our stuff on your shoulders, if you could come from
Yeah,
this
no
and
property, you know that's Andrew, one thing that look, no property in life comes without a lot of sacrifice. Yeah, a lot of sacrifice, and whatever my kids and we have, it comes with a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, 18 hours a day of slogging, not just behind the computer or anything, physical slogging. My back has gone completely over the years.
I
working
believe
lifting,
you. I didn't
lifting
question anyone's
100
hard work.
boxes, you
I've
know.
never questioned
So
any hard work. Do you know
everything,
what I
and
question is? Just the humanity. How
No,
somebody
they have
treats
been, you know,
somebody else.
everyone
That's it.
they have so far in life. Because I have always said to them that, look, remember one thing: treat others the way you would like to be treated, and do remember that your karmas will bite you back. You think today you are in a strong position, you never know, because God can snatch anything and everything within seconds from you. It only takes seconds, you know, and you don't even realize that when the hard time hits in life. So they do know, because that's how I have brought them. But obviously, like I said, with you know, it was like 1 year, say 12 months lease with 6 months close. It lingered on because the COVID hits. Then our business club things hasn't happened brilliantly. Things has gone wrong in all directions. This has gone wrong. They were guided wrong by these listers as well. It's the wrong guidance. Whatever, things has gone wrong. Things are out of its place. But one day they all will be sorted. They can't let go
Yeah,
on
I mean,
forever,
we-
you know? They can't go on forever. This is what, you know, maybe another 3
Do you
months.
need to be pointed in the direction somewhere else, Gary?
You
'Cause
know,
it's-
so-
So bathroom,
Yes,
we've got
the-
the shower
yeah,
leaking from the controls. We've
This
got-
is the list, yeah. This is the list we have been given by the, you know, the people. So if you can go by this list and please just check it with
Okay.
yeah. This is all the with the photos, and because the guy came in here before, this is the list. They said that it's going to be made in one of these things has to be done. Please, if you can just go with this one, please. This is
Can
what
I
we
offer you a
today.
seat? Paul? Can I offer you a seat? Would you like?
You
Like a
are
chair.
standing yourself
No,
as
we've
well,
got a
it's
chair.
okay.
No, absolutely, there's no point. But I just, as I say, at every juncture, which there have been many, I've always offered the hand of a branch of friendship, just even if it's motivated by just having quiet. But because of circumstances and the perpetuation of the consistent
What's done in
aggressive.
past is done now. You know,
But
we
it-
are in this situation now.
But it
You
was
are in
lovely.
this
It was
situation.
lovely meeting you.
Yeah,
anyway.
same here. Same here.
So I don't want you to feel like in any way
Thank you.
that you weren't made welcome. It was
Thank
just
you
the
so
fact that we've welcomed your son here before under previous circumstances, and it didn't go well.
Small bedroom.
Small bedroom. They're both the same size, but yeah, we got.
That's the one bedroom. This is the another bedroom, and then we.
Okay,
and we
so
will
when
show
he
you the main
says
one.
That's
small
the master
This is the
bedroom.
list given by the other.
Yeah.
You know,
So is this the small bedroom?
That's the
Well, this
master
is the
bedroom.
master bedroom. This is the other bedroom, but they're both the same size.
No, it's just the way they describe it. that's all.
So here is,
So that's the eating.
this is the one that's not working and is hanging off the wall as well.
Ah, okay.
Well, this was furniture and clothing, but you're an artist as well. But it just is.
And I would move this off of the window for you so you can have a look.
Very soon, because obviously
That's what
that's the side of that.
conversation.
Do you start that? Is that okay? I'm very sorry to hear that. Yeah, I have no assumptions that hard work was success is that prerequisite for success. Work, and that's it. All
ways people learn as well.
sometimes, yeah,
One
but
way we know is we're, not very smart people. We just know how to work hard.
I wouldn't say
Just more hard work, and that's all my husband and I know, and that's all we implemented our kids. That nothing comes short ways. Everything is a long term. Just work hard. Just work hard. Simple method to get anywhere in life, even to put food on the plate, is a hard.
Of course it is,
Nothing
and it's
comes-
getting more
yeah.
difficult now, isn't it?
It is very difficult. We're all the world is in same condition at the moment, but.
But it's important to me, and I think it's important to my wife to, because we've not met you before,
Yeah.
that there is literally no historical abrasion. There's nothing, we've not come across each other before,
Yeah.
and our opinion has only been dealt with Owen and Owen and
I think it's just started, after because they were very, very happy in the beginning. They said Andrew is very nice, because I said because we don't have any property except this one. My son has bought this one, and this is the only one we have. We don't have any other. So I said to him, are you sure? You are wary of tenants, to be honest with you.
Of course you are, yeah.
You
Yeah.
got to be. And I said, he said, Mom, Andrew is nice. He seems very nice guy. His wife's lovely, and they will be fine. So I think somewhere communication broke down. Somewhere things happens even in relationships,
yeah,
as a husband wife, as a kids as well, as a mother and father.
But I
you
would
can
like
have-
to state this, because obviously I know for a fact if my son does or something's happened at my son's school, we instantly become on the defence of our boy because we want to. It's built in you. What I would say is, well, what you just said.
It's funny you said that, but because we were raised very differently. My dad, on the other hand, was so opposite that if anybody complained about us in front of them, he'll just end up slapping us and say, "You are the wrong." I said, "You didn't even hear my side. You only heard their side." And he goes, "No, but why did they come and complain? Complain? Why did they even
No,
complain?"
there is an element to that. I don't completely
And I said, "But
dismiss
that's
that.
fabricated.
But what I was-
It was completely fabricated. It was
What I was
completely."
trying to say
how
was-
possessive they were of their children, and you, on the other hand, is completely
What
opposite.
I
And I
was-
said, "Why did I have to have a father like him? I used to cry in childhood. I said, you had to find father like him. For me, Mom, out of all the wide world, you had to find this husband. I used to, and now I realize that how his ethics were so strong. Much later when you grow up yourself, and then you.
Yeah,
realize
don't dismiss that. I do hold them to account. If they've done something wrong, then they're going to find it more difficult from me than they would anyone, and that's right. But what I wanted to stress was, please, I believe in looking at someone in the eye and knowing if they're truthful. Take this opportunity, look in my eyes, look at my wife's eyes, and I'm telling you now. I get emotional about this, but what we've been through in here, because of your boy's actions, is inhuman.
Look,
And I know you
look-
detach yourself, and you're rightly so, but I'm telling you, their conduct is disgraceful and has made our life a misery. And if you go back, please go back through the emails and the correspondence I've had with your son, and look at the way they talk to us. Now, anyone can have good moments and bad, and you're saying that you've got business is gone bad for you recently. That can happen to anybody. I've been affluent. My single mother raised us, and we had coloured porridge for breakfast, and dinner. But that, as a person, that has no dictation on who you are. Everyone should be treated right. And I'm saying, go back, take the time to look at the way that your sons have spoken. Pawan more than Awan, to be honest, because he had to step in. But even today, by the way that they speak to us, is just,
I think, we got up at 8, we left 8 o'clock to get here on time, and because it was pre-arranged, he got flabbergasted that how it's not pre-arranged, It is pre-arranged, the meeting was pre-arranged, that's why. And I said, I just give you company. I just came for company, actually.
I'm glad you did.
I said, look, to be honest with you, we've been all cooped up because of COVID inside. We've not gone anywhere really.
Yeah.
And, business has collapsed, so there was an extension to go to somewhere, at least, So just staying at home, you actually bite each other more. So it's just an opportunity to get out. And
It's a pleasure to welcome you to that home.
Lovely meeting
And as
you
I said
both,
to you before, that I invited in many occasions to have a sit down with both Pawan and Awan in regards to this. In fact, Awan came to our property and met our young Odin, which is their youngest child. He's 5 now. And we felt, and we did that for a reason. We did that because we wanted to say, sometimes you can get detached in business and things can be just paperwork, but if he saw and met me, my wife and her son, then the issues that we were facing would become more real, and he would have empathy as a family man. And I tried to take that from it. And still after even that, and the meeting was productive in regards to us being cordial, but afterwards it was just nothing. And we've had to go to Ealing Council regulates to get. I mean, this is just unacceptable. The whole thing's been condemned, and
this is what I'm saying. I don't disagree with you, but this is what I'm saying again and again. I'm sorry. I'm reiterating again that this was all meant to be sorted out, and we had kitchen. If you want me to send you a photo, I'm not lying.
No, I know the person who did the quote. So
we
goes to my gym.
Because we were so excited that we will have whole the flat redone completely. We actually have the plans submitted to have the extra bathroom here, ensuite bathroom. So we were actually happy that we will get it all done. And this is why there's 3 months, because of the leasehold, they takes forever to get answers back. It was getting frustrated because they took 1 month just to reply, to get us our emails replied back. And that's when Pawan said, look, Mom, they take 1 month to even reply back because of the leasehold. Our hands are tight. It's not like freehold, you can just go in. If you're doing internal structure, for even here, for even internal structure, you have to have the permission from from these people, and they were taking forever. And he said, Mom, it will still be 4 months, 3-4 months before we will get full permission to go and do the work.
Can I show you something? Could I just show you something?
Yeah.
And this is what I think makes my point. And one thing that there would be no argument over. Now, before I moved in, I said to Mr. Ali, who's the manager at Heart, and I'm 42 now. I've lived at
You're young looking 42.
Thank you. But these were never. You get to a certain period in your life where you think you are past your student living, and I said, well, these obviously inappropriate. I'll even, because at the time our furniture business was fine, I'll put furniture in now, 2 sofas, yes, and I'll even leave them afterwards. Because, it didn't,
What did you put it in writing there?
I was speaking to, but I didn't feel I needed to. I was just having conversations with people that, so, but I did also put it in writing, can I have these removed, yes? I also said to Powell,
Can I take a photo of these sofas, please? And
yeah,
they,
they've got photos, so all the photos have been taken, but you'll feel
Yeah,
free.
please, if you don't
But
mind.
this, see here, this mechanism slips, and my son's got his hand caught in there. My hand got caught, his hand got in there. See this? I mean, do you honestly think this here as well? Feel this. Feel this. Now you're a mother, and this is a 5-year-old boy. No, Marlika, can I just do this first? Feel this. Feel this. Yes, it's like razor blades. Yes?
Yeah,
Yes?
no, it's gone.
And see this? This back just slips off. Yes? So my children falling back on it. How much do you think the value of this is worth? Marlika, please, just 1 second. How much do you think of the value of these sofas would be? Do you think you could even give them away? With all due respect, do you think that if I rang a charity shop and I said, could you take these off of our hand, do you think that would be able to take them?
No, but no.
So what is the motivation for me to say, my son's been injured, they constantly cutting their feet and legs on there, can I please remove them? What's the motivation for saying no?
No, you should have been able to remove these.
So ask me, they're your sons, you can ask them yourself in your own
I'll ask
private.
them, yeah.
Why can't I take that? I have to, my children can't come in here on their own. The 13-year-old's bigger now, but we have to make sure, don't go in the front room on your own, or sit in here, we have to sit forward like this. Yes, we're sitting forward like this. Don't lean back, because that's smashed over there now. This one here, the back falls over here. We had mice living in this. I told Powen that. Can I please just chuck them away? I don't mind sitting on the floor. This is what they're doing. They wouldn't even let me do that. They still won't let me do that. He's saying that the George, the court-appointed surveyor, came and said, no, they need to go. He put it in writing. They're still saying we need to come and inspect them. Like, why would I say that? Have a look. You value them that much, and the only reason they did that, where they continually dismiss the fact that it's hurt my children, is to wind me up. That's the only reason. There's no motivation. If you had a family Chesterfield...
Can I just talk to Paul on the same line like you said, you will just replace them because and
I'd rather sit on the floor.
yeah. So then
I can't do
I'll
anything.
just say to him that
This is 2 years. 2 years of the same thing. Do you know how many requests I've made for this? 20?
I'm sorry. Understand you, and obviously these sofas are knackered, yeah. So they should really actually be gone. They should be just thrown away. Just tell him that he should throw them away. Okay, so you told him that. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, Pawan, I'm putting you on loudspeaker. So he's saying, because obviously he's saying that he told you that you can get rid of them.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. I've got the last email. I didn't say it. The last one he said he's not. He has to come.
You said you will put them
He just
new
said.
ones and you will.
He said he's coming to inspect them.
He's saying that you said you can't throw them away, but you will come and inspect them. Long time. When was the long time ago?
Last week. Was it last week? Oh, December.
No, now you're saying that they will come and inspect them.
Because his mum was talking to him. I don't